This video in particular is dedicated to self-mastery and the mastery of self. Self-mastery is having control, extreme control, and extreme self-understanding and control over self. So mastery of your emotions is having extreme understanding of your emotion and control over your emotions. But automatically you have control over your emotions when you have extreme self-understanding, or emotional understanding or emotional intelligence. So self-mastery is all about having multiple different aspects of your life and yourself being in control, and you being the controller, and it not controlling you but you controlling it. So in some instance, in some cases, your emotions can control you more than you control them, or your thoughts can control you or run rampant with you having no chain or leash or grip on what's taking place, or control on what's taking place. So self-mastery is having that extreme self-understanding that can only take place through self-analyzation, self-assessment, and self-evaluation. And that's all about questioning why you feel the way that you feel, why you think the thoughts that you think, seeing what's the root of this emotion, what's the root of this expression, what's the root of this reaction, and catching and monitoring your automatic reaction habits, your automatic reaction patterns, and seeing and catching what triggers these automatic reactions. And once you find what triggers that automatic reaction, then you seek to find out, okay, why I am this way, what has taken place in my past to lead up to me being this kind of individual, or to feel this kind of way and to have this kind of response. And the more and more you assess, the more and more you analyze, the more and more you're going to come up with different answers and solutions. Because the more answers you get, in other words, the more questions you ask yourself, the more answers you get, because all answers are within you. And the more and more you seek yourself within yourself, the more and more yourself reveal itself to you. So what you are seeking is seeking you. So dare not to seek yourself outside of yourself. Seek yourself within yourself, because every situation outside of you is bringing you back to something within you. So everything outside of you that you experience is a self-realization and trying to show you something about yourself. Whether it's how much you love yourself, how much you don't love yourself, how much you should love yourself, or whatever. It's all based around revealing something to you. It's all about showing you what's taking place within you. So life is always reflecting the way in which we perceive ourselves, and the way in what we feel that we deserve. Because how we perceive ourselves mentally, our mental perception of self is going to determine how we feel about everything else, how we go about everything else, and how we see everything else, or how we walk, how we talk, how we speak, how we treat others, how we go about life, the decisions we make, the way in which we operate. All of these things is based upon, even the amount of success we achieve in life is all based upon how we perceive ourselves. So the way in which we perceive ourselves determines how we perceive reality, and that establishes our beliefs, our belief systems about life and about ourselves, and that's always being reflected in life situations. Life is always showing us what we believe to be true about ourselves and the world around us. So life is attempting to get us to understand ourselves so that we can master ourselves, and we can master certain aspects of ourselves. And the more and more we master ourselves, the more and more we elevate ourselves, because self-mastery isn't a destination, it's an everlasting process. You have already mastered yourself to some extent, whether it's a small extent, high extent, or whatever. Nobody can take self-mastery from you. Only you can take it from you. No one can take power from you. You can only take power from yourself. And in life, we don't learn nothing. We only realize our greatness because a spiritual awakening is all about awakening taking place within. Your DNA being sparked and active and becoming online or becoming awakened. So at a specific moment, something someone say or something someone do will say something that sparks something within you, and from that moment forward, you will know